I'm Jared McCabe, attorney at law from McCabe Law Firm. I wanted to talk to you all today about a topic that I frequently, I hear about frequently, and then some of my friends have told me about and explain their struggles with, and which is how to find the right lawyer. And I've talked about that a little bit more in some of my other videos. I've touched on it a little bit, and I've talked about, for example, how to find out what your lawyer's doing, what they're doing in their time, and when you get periods of silence and such. So today I've been talking to one of my friends and was discussing an issue, and really what we were talking about is communication, which I already know is an issue, and I know the Florida Bar already knows is an issue, and most law schools already know is an issue. But they really, to my knowledge, and if someone out there is can correct me, please comment on my YouTube, put a comment below and let me know. But they don't really train on how to correct that issue. You're trained, and I've trained since law school, and I have to take every 3 years I have to take 35 hours. I think it's 33 or 35 hours of continuing education of actual classes to keep my license. But what's something that isn't emphasized in my practice and with other attorneys that I talk about, that I think should be emphasized a lot more, and I'm also working on myself, so I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, is customer service. So customer service and communication I believe would fall under customer service, and customer service is not something that is really pushed and is really taught, push the lawyers that, hey, you need to be good at this. Hey, this is something you need when you're practicing law. That's not something that's told to us, really. It's what's told to us is, hey, you need to learn the case. You need to make sure you understand that case right, or you're going to get in trouble. Or you need to make sure the judge is going to make you look stupid, or opposing counsel is going to make you look stupid. So you better read everything about it, know everything about it, even though it's not always the case all the time. But it's hey, make sure you have these documents in your file so that your client can't come back and try to get you in trouble. Hey, make sure you look at this and you get this legal thing done that doesn't really necessarily benefit the client, but it protects you later on down the road. And what's not emphasized is, and what's told to us is, yes, communication is the number one reason for bar complaints. And bar complaints are essentially clients, or almost always clients. There are rogue individuals who will file bar complaints for reasons that I guess I don't want to get into that, but that's anyways. For actual real clients who have legitimate bar complaints, who have legitimate complaints about what we're doing, a lot of that is communication, and so these clients feel left out. They feel that their attorney might not be doing anything, that they're not sure if their attorney's doing something, and that is an issue. That's a customer service issue. And so as an attorney, it's without that being emphasized, without being trained on it, really, it's difficult to come up with the best way to do that. And after so many years, I spent almost, including high school, I spent almost 2 decades in school, and so it really, especially professional school, and then that 20 years of school, you get more and more detached from what your client's feeling, what they're going through, and how to think like a regular normal person. In fact, one of my law school professors told me, told a whole class of 100 of us or so, and said, I think it was the first year of law school, and said, there's no such thing as common sense. You if you're a lawyer, you can't have common sense. That's the first thing that's gonna kill your career. It's gonna get you in trouble. You're gonna lose cases. You're gonna mess up cases. And so first, you automatically need to get rid of the idea that you have common sense, because you can't have it anymore, because now you're a lawyer and common sense does not exist for you. So that was one of my first. I think that was my first year of law school. So being able to think like my clients is actually is difficult. I want to, and I want to understand what they're going through, and I want to understand what you're going through. And some of you watching this hopefully are my clients, and maybe some of you will become my clients, and we'll be able to work together. And but if not, hopefully this video is helpful. And but anyways, I want to understand what you're thinking. I want to understand, how to help better. I don't want you sitting for a week stewing in your head thinking, what is this guy doing? What is my attorney doing? What is this firm doing? I mean, are they doing anything on my case? Are they doing everything? Has anything happened? I mean, this is my life, I'm looking at going to jail, or my son or daughter is looking at going to prison for decades, or this is they sustained a serious injury, or whatever the case may be. But I don't want you to sit there stressed out thinking that. Now, how I prevent that from happening. Now that's a different story. That's something I'm still personally working on and learning, and I need to get better at. And so I'm not pointing fingers. I know there's other attorneys who are going to watch this and think I'm pointing fingers. I'm not. And of course, there's going to be people from law school, and maybe the bar. I don't think so, but there's going to be people from law schools that are going to see this and probably think I'm pointing a finger at them. I'm not. I understand this is how I've been doing. Our profession's been doing this for a long time, and so it is. I feel like it is something that, and I'll just talk about myself, that I want to incorporate into my practice better. So how do I prevent you from sitting at home thinking, what's he doing? Is he doing something? Is he not doing something? Do I need to do something? Are there documents I need to fill out? Is there something I can do to help my family member? Is there something I could do or say that would help them? And then and your head starts running, and you start thinking all these things. So by the time we actually do have a conversation, we're at the courthouse, and I'm like, we got 5 minutes before the hearing starts, and I got to make sure that this goes right, or else we're all gonna have a problem. And then you're left again feeling like, okay, well, I kind of understood that, and maybe I have to go to the next case, or I have to go to the next appointment, and I don't get the time to explain it to you how I'd like to. So customer service, communication. So a lot of, basically, I want you to understand as clients, potential clients, and watching this, that a lot of us weren't trained on it. Most of us, in fact, weren't trained on it. We've not been taught how to do it. And we're told, that's not something, you need to make sure you get your case law right. You need to make sure your argument is right. You need to make sure you're not wrong on that. And that's what's emphasized, and that's the important thing. And yes, you need to communicate with your client, but really you need to make sure all the stuff is right first, or you're going to get stabbed in the back by your client, who's going to file a bar complaint, or because they want to get out of something, or because they don't want to pay you, or your opposing counsel is going to be smarter than you that day because they read more than you, and so they're going to win, and then your client's going to be mad, and you're going to lose, or the judge is going to be mad and say you weren't prepared and you didn't do this right. But I think there's a way to do all of those as emphasized and as needed appropriately in my profession, while having good customer service, and while helping you to not have that anxiety and not have those feelings and not have that frustration that's not needed in the majority of the time. So the majority of the time, I have a plan for the case. I've already figured out. I already know 10 different ways I can do the case. I got several different people I can already call on. I got different resources. So I already have few ways I can go about it, and I have my preferred way, and I've usually probably already figured that out, and I'm already doing that. And so part of that, I think I'm going to learn to, and please comment below, give me feedback on this. Comment below in the comment section. But yeah, I want to wrap this up because I don't want to take too much of your time. But I want to say that I think this is an issue. I want you as clients to know that we're, as a profession, I don't think we're very good at it. And I don't think most of us are very good at real communication. Yeah, I can send you a letter. Yes, I can tell you when the next court date is, but the clerk of court does that. They already email that to you. I can send you a letter, and I can say I'm still waiting to hear back from the prosecutor. Does that help, or do you want? Because when I communicate with you, I want to give you something substantial. I want to give you something. I want to give you some information that I feel is of value to you, that shows you, hey, I'm working for you. I'm doing things on your behalf. And so, while I'm thinking about that, while I'm thinking about winning the case and trying to defeat opposing counsel, I think in that the communication of kind of the simple day-to-day stuff of telling you, hey, by the way, there's nothing exciting happening today. This is a simple court date. We're going to go in. This is standard procedure. I'm just going to tell the judge that, and I could tell you this a few days before the court date, instead of I tell you 5 minutes before and you're still trying to process it as I'm talking in legal jargon to the judge. I can, and I appreciate from you as clients and other attorneys, if you have good ideas, comment below and tell me how you want to hear it from your attorney. Tell me what do you feel? Would a text saying, hey, just so you know, this is a standard court date, nothing to be stressed about, no final decisions are going to be made, but we do need to have the court date, and I do need to go to it. Would a text message help you? Would an email? Do you want a message on Instagram? Do you want a Facebook message? How would you like to receive that communication? And what would alleviate your anxiety? And I think, from my limited point of view, trying to think as a client, trying to think as somebody I want to help, I think it would help me if I just got information, even if it wasn't earth-shattering. I think if I just got information and maybe it was provided ways to get information to myself. So, hey, the clerk of court's website is such and such. Okay, so I'm going to wrap that up quickly because that's one of my clients calling from the jail. So let me know, give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. I'll probably want to do some more series on this for customer service and communication. Thanks for watching, and please leave feedback. Again, Jared at the McCabe Law Firm. You can find me at jaredmccabelaw.com. My email is jared@jaredmccabelaw.com. My phone number is 813-489-9211. Thank you for watching.